Welcome to Adelaide Super League number 15. My name's John Perkins. I'm here with Phil Shields, and today, in the second game, we have West Beach Titans versus Northern Flyers. Phil, what do you think about this matchup, and who do you think's going to throw the first brick? I'm just throwing something in there.
Well, that's a big call there, but I want to start off with something even more important. How about these uniforms by Double Happiness?
They are great. I think the red is really, really red. It's obvious that red is red.
Yeah.
As I said, red's probably the hardest colour to wear in Ultimate because you're never sure it's light or dark. And the white, I like the stripe at the top with the little dark spot. And that one's pull in.
Ramadan finds the back of the end zone with a nice weighted pull.
Oh, D-Was almost there.
So Bandari not really pivoting, but giving it back to Petrie.
It's always a safe option.
Sorondo, pick number 8. It's a good handler. Surprised he wasn't picked a whole lot earlier. Meanwhile, red zone fever now.
They've kept calm. Oh. And Marty Tonkin with the wisdom.
Tallest versus the shortest almost, but yep. You can't teach height.
As you watch, he just slowly has played with and against Marty for a few years in Adelaide. He just look at him. He just doesn't run. He doesn't run off. He just kind of just slowly peels off to make him think the defender's nearby. And
his player Swart just poached off, trying to get into the lane. That's when Marty Mazar realised that. Ferdy Ramadan, captain for red for the West Beach Titans, doing his best to get his hands all over that, but no matchup for the 6-foot-plus Marty Mazar.
Yes.
Flyers open their account, 1-love, and welcome, again to this round 3 second game. Last game in the first round robin of 3 round robins we will have in the Adelaide Super League. And this is going to be exciting. We had a bit of wind earlier on. Interesting to see how it goes for this game. We've still got a bit of a slight breeze going right, left of screen. And last game, we suspected that left of screen was going to be the scoring end, but there were a lot of scoring opportunities made and done and completed to the right of screen as well. Let's see if both teams can score upwind in this game.
Yes, West Beach Titans looked very, very clinical last week, you know. They kind of dominated East Adelaide quite hard, I felt, watching the replay of that game. So I think, and that was because they had Sam Kay on, and I think that was a big reason. Their movement, they've got a stable handler, which helps people like Ferdy, and this week Wilson, who hasn't played much, Tran, who hasn't played much yet. I think this will make a big difference to who comes out firing.
And Kayon, number 1 draft pick, as we speak, has disc in hand right now, number 4 in red, and rightly picked at that number 1 position by Ferdy Ramadan for his cool, calm, collected head and skills in throwing. Speaking of skills in throwing, was that Scott Swart to Wilson Tran? I think it was.
Yep, as I said, Wilson Tran will help a lot. It'll take a lot of pressure. Wilson, Tran, and Ferdy play very similar roles, but the thing about them is they're both very versatile, like both cutting under and deep, and their throws are very clinical.
Yeah.
And with someone like Sam Kay on to give them that disc, the rotation between those two will be very clear. And there was a call.
Has that been brought back as we're talking?
It's called in. Oh, yep. No, it was called in. All right. Just wanted, to add a discussion and add a point of view. There's nothing wrong with that in Ultimate. It's quite encouraged, and I believe that, sometimes people don't see everything.
No, so clinical offense there by the Titans, which is good to see. No turn. And let's see if they can continue this run. Both teams actually make it for a rip snorter of a game if we have no turn ultimate. I'd like a little bit of action though. I'd still like to see defenders laying out and trying everything, and maybe a bit of talk, contentious sort of stuff coming onto the field. But I want a close game. That's what I really want.
Yes, and I believe that these two teams will be very equal in the way they play. Northern Flyers have a lot of runners. A lot of people like to run, but they've also got a good amount of experience. But West Beach Titans have a very utility-based team. They've got a lot of people who can do everything, but they've got people like Sam Kaon, who's really more of a disc, and Rob Whiten, who can just run circles around you.
Yeah. Rob Whiten brought back from retirement for this Super League 15.
I hear he's been going to Ramdam's Macca's, and they've been seeing each other every day leading up to the Super League.
Sounds like a bromance in progress to me.
And I feel like there was a bit of talk about it leading up. I feel like they communicated really well, and Ramdam's like, hey, look, I really need you as part of my team. Could you please sign up for the Super League?
Yeah, I would have liked to be in that secret squirrel society listening in on those conversations.
All right, looks like a bit of a... Trying to work out what this is.
We've got...
is it a man?
It's match, I believe. We've got sort of a split stack maybe going on.
I mean...
Or a two-man ISO maybe. One-man ISO. In the middle by White. Meanwhile, Petrie, inside-out backhand, cross the field.
Just over Curtis's head.
Yeah, Kleinig reaching out there, unable to get it.
All right. Sam Kaon's running under. He doesn't run under very often, but when he does, it's for a very good reason.
Tran, he pointed for that one. Did you see that? I saw that early. Tran, he pointed, and we might be able to see this here on the replay. Just look to the left of your screen. Left of your screen now. And here, there's the point, just there.
Yeah. It was almost a pick. I reckon, actually, if Tran kept running the way he did and didn't actually straighten up, he would have caused a pick there.
Yeah.
So that was a very good awareness from Tran.
And I tell you what, he needed that leg speed to get to that, because Kaon didn't pull back on that throw as well. He said to Tran, like, I've heard you got fast legs. You're possibly faster than Ramadan. Let's just see if this is true or not. I want to make you stretch for this one. And he rose to the occasion.
He did. I said Sam Kaon, very key for this Titans team. He really, if Northern Flyers really need to keep away from this. As someone who played with the Sam Kaon in the last Super League, huge advantage with you having his team. He can literally throw any place on the field.
Yeah.
So, you've got to really make sure you keep him away from the disc, because if he gets to that disc, he controls the flow of the game very, very well.
Yeah.
But only that, he doesn't rush his throws. He can throw on stall 8 and stall 9 and still feel like he gets off a really good throw.
Yeah. And as we speak, Kaon's now subbed off and just having a
defensive point.
Yep, well-deserved breather while the defense goes on, exactly.
And that disc is hovering. As Petrie picks up the disc. Founds Wattrell. Wattrell, from an inside source, actually, I've been told Wattrell is a little bit sore today, so he won't be playing at 100%.
Nice. And if you're playing along at home, some people say watchtel. I like to say walktel.
Walktel. And that is Dignam's disc. Davis to Dignam, a very good combo.
Double Ds.
Just burst him under. Not quite reading where the player was going. And just burst up the line. Bang.
Give go, I like that.
Not quite any defense in time to come and help him.
Tied up at 2 apiece.
All right. Here we go. So, Flyers, still, I'm pretty sure Flyers started an 0, so, they're still one step breakdown. This is a good chance to get it, I think.
Yeah.
They've just got to really be aware that both Wilson and Tran and Ramadan just beat them deep. We've just got to be really on board with working out where those two are. Those two are the main primary disc movers, especially when it comes to the cutting. And with Sam Kaon, just got to be really on point where they are.
Of course, speak of the devil, he's back on the field again, playing offense.
Smart boy.
Constructively as ever.
Yes.
And how about Tim Davis rocking the fluoro yellow yet again? Never goes out of style with him, does it?
No. Davis, let me into a little secret. The reason he wears bright shorts is so people don't run into him.
I did not know that. But
And
tell you what, your secret is safe with me.
Yep, and on YouTube too. And I'm a big fan of that, actually. You know,
Be safe, be seen.
pretty much. All right. Went out from the sideline, so it wasn't a brick. All right, here we go. This is a big opportunity.
Gerald Canless in action.
Again, Sam Cowan just... Oh, what? Are we surprised?
No, we're not.
Oh, no, that's not in.
We are surprised that he didn't get
Didn't get it in. Oh. Just not on the same page. We did not jinx that.
No.
That was not a commentator's curse.
I didn't hear a commentator's curse.
I didn't. No commentator's curse here. All right. Davis with the disc. Ramadan feeling a little bit disappointed, but that'll make him try harder on D. So that's a win for everyone.
Ramadan in the negatives for the fantasy at the moment.
I believe some people are just... Ooh!
He tried his best, did the Mr. Wachtel, but he's let his player go. That's going to sit nicely.
Kaon was like, thank you for the 2 points.
Kaon says, take 2. I'm not going to throw it full field to you this time. I'm going to make sure that I get the 2 fantasy points.
See, that's what you do. You help your captain stay positive in the fantasy
Where was the
points.
backup? Where was the backup? It was in the air. I was almost in the reach of, what was that? Sean Davis that was there? I couldn't quite tell on my screen.
Yeah, that was Sean. I just couldn't run at it. Just everyone kind of staying still. As I said, we talked about this last game, and I'll mention it again. You just got to run at the disc, and you just never know.
Never, ever give up.
All right. That was it's now 3-2 to the West Beach Titans. All right. Ramadan with the pull. Giving his orders, barking his orders. More like it. His teams know this is how I want to play defense. I want you to play tight. I do not want to let Sean Davis touch that disc. And we want to outrun them.
That's a tall ask, isn't it?
Yep.
Not to let Sean Davis touch the disc.
If you let...
You would win the game if
they want some lights. Someone turn the lights on? Some people struggling with the light a bit, which does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit dark around here.
Oh, Sean Davis has made space. Oh, beautiful throw.
Wow. That was textbook manoeuvring by both Tran and Davis. Davis winning that matchup fair and square. Look at him go. Now here we see Tran tries to go around as Davis slows up. Tran has to go around him. Davis moves to the left a little bit, jumps, rises high, second story stuff, brings it down, safe as houses with a two-handed catch.
Well, I said if you don't let them touch the disc, they won't score. And you touch the disc and they scored. All right. This has been a game of really just find the person running deep. All right. This is really important here. Sam Cowan. There's no Wolves, no Tran on, which means they have one less primary cutter. They've still got Whiten and Swart.
So the scoring ends all being left from memory. Did we have any up?
Oh, do we have one break?
One break.
One break. So this was what you were predicting before. You were just a game early.
I was a game early.
You were a game
way
early.
Before my time.
Just could see into the future. What can I say?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
You've got a swarm of dragonflies midfield at the moment.
Do you know
can't see
what?
them on your screen, but there's like easily 20 of them out there. Maybe
Yes.
30 or 40.
Do you know what? There was, I swear, a nest of dragonflies near my house, and then I realised it's everywhere in Adelaide and not just in my house.
Yeah. Do dragonflies nest? I don't think they do. I don't know what they do. They just live in swamps, don't they? And reed beds and
Does that mean Adelaide's turned into a swamp?
We are getting more
we've got the
wetlands.
floods in the Murraylands.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Ramadan puts one long. I think that's out the back.
I think that's that's gone too much.
Yeah.
Too many Weet-Bix. As I said, this game is about who can hit the most tucks at this point.
See them well and truly crossing over that back line.
Crossing into Zig's training.
Ladies training as they give the disc back. We don't want your dirty disc. We've got our own disc to play with. Well, I'll tell you, one way Red can keep the disc out of Sean Davis's hands is not to throw it away so he can pick it up.
Yes. Now he's picked it up. We've got Marty back with him. I actually really like, I think they'll probably attack from the 5. I know Davis loves the attack from the back of the stack, especially with his hard cutters. There was a pick called. But I think that had absolutely no effect on the disc. I'm no expert. I'm just a commentator. But I just thought I'd give my 2 cents.
That's right. We try not to get expert commentators on this live stream, just so that you at home can give your own opinion. And write it in the comments section on the live stream, please.
Yes. I do have the live stream sitting out here ready for your comments. So please don't be afraid to send them. Oh.
Keep them clean, keep them nice.
Who got the D?
Swart had a bit of a grin on his face. Let's have a look at this on replay.
All right, let's see. Oh.
He got last touch.
I think he did. All right, Kanon looking at the disc. He's going to look through the round. Ooh.
Kanon out of the hands.
No.
So that's going to be
Davis,
a
the other Davis.
Minus point to Tim Davis and a big 3 fantasy points to Mazar.
If you didn't know, both Sean and Tim are brothers. You bet you wouldn't be able to tell because of the height. It's coming back. It's coming back.
Personally. Oh.
I think there was a pick call.
Travel, I would suspect. Let's have a look at this.
Ooh, close to a travel, but
I think he dragged his foot well after the throw in that case, but I don't know if we get to see it again. Maybe, maybe not. It's coming in on 2, so we won't get to see it.
Hi, Connor Fletcher. You couldn't make it out tonight? Connor's a passionate Northern Flyers supporter and sometimes player.
Number 1 reserve.
Obviously, you couldn't make it out tonight. All right. And that's what you do. If you get the disc deep and assume... Dignam's always free. That's his secret. Very, very quick player.
And he's going long. Sorondo.
Very calm with the disc. Was a very vital part of Northern Flyers championship last year.
Throw. There's Dignam again. Acres of
free.
Space.
Clearly a pick call.
Swart shaking his head. Let's have a look at it here on the replay. See here.
I think
top right of screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did he call pick here?
It was a very lazy follow, I'm going to say, Mr. Swart. I love you to pieces, man. But yeah, there's probably just a pick in there, just within the 3.
I think if he called pick earlier, they're just going to say he's going to catch up with the disc.
It was running around the front of stack. Yeah, there's no way he's going to get to that, but I'll give him the catch up.
It's not great to hear that you're sick, Fletcher. I hope that you're well for Christmas.
Rob Whiten. That just had 2.
That's an experience. Oh, Sam Cowan. Rob Whiten's got acres of space. Oh, no.
Throw it again. Oh, so I'd still throw it.
Oh, yeah. Nice dump. Oh. Over down the way he moves with the disc.
Canless off the ground. That's a worm burner.
Oh, yes. All right, there we go. West Beach Titans getting a nice little goal there.
So Swart picking up a handy +4 fantasy points in that with a D, last touch D, and scores the goal.
And Rob Brighton also getting a D that point.
Yeah.
Very important if you're a fantasy owner to be excited about that. Rob Brighton, I reckon, would be in a few teams.
Actually, I'm going to take that back because I think I said Swart got that last touch on the D, but that last touch actually meant that I think it was a pass from Whiten to Swart. So Whiten really should get that D as the first touch on it. From, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I was just thinking in my head then, sort of like...
it's all right. We can work up a new system of anywhere on the commentary.
Absolutely.
Yeah. See, I believe there should be one for every 10 completed passes. You should get 1 point.
Yeah, I think that is definitely an underestimated stat which needs to be on the board. I don't know whether 10 is too much, 5 is too little, but there needs to be some number between those two, I think, just to indicate that you have contributed significantly and safely.
Yes,
yeah.
I think that's important because, you know, you can count throwaways. I feel like completions, like every so many completions.
It only tells half the story, doesn't it?
Yeah. There you go. There we go. That's my feedback for fantasy next year. If we get completions as a stat and work it out a way to include every 10 or so completions, that would be awesome. Oh man, these dragonflies are everywhere. Anyone who's watching knows how to deal with dragonflies? Can you write some stuff in the comments?
Nicely and safely, obviously. We love dragonflies.
Yeah, we do. It's just... oh, Dignam cut so free there.
In the deep space, yes. Call on field, I'm not too sure what that one was.
Oh, no, I was straight through the stack.
As we see our ULTI.TV queue. Thanks, Rex Johnson. Vanderkop.
His beautiful wisdom.
For putting this stream together. It's a one-man band. He can do it all.
He can probably commentate. I've seen him commentate Div 2 Nats. Nationals, I should say. Here in Australia. All right. Oh, look at that. Just hitting the unders really well here. I'm loving the way that Northern Flyers have created lots of space. The wind's picked up a little bit. I wouldn't say it's a whole heap of gale, but it's certainly a lot closer to what it was the first half of the first game. So just going to be really watching their throws here. They might take some time. Oh, that is a beautiful little cut there from...
yeah, I was waiting for that one.
Oh, Petrie there just came back.
He wanted that one. You could tell straight as soon as he gave it to Davis, he just wanted to hop over that line and get it back. You watch this. Petrie gets the disc up the line.
Just pretends to cut out and then just cuts back.
He knows this is an opportunity. He just wants to hop over the line and says, I'm here. Yep. Davis sees him.
That is incredibly smart ultimate. That's also two people who've been playing together for a while. The way they just read each other there, very beneficial.
Tied up 4 apiece. Titans versus Flyers here. Adelaide Super League 15 brought to you by Peak Performance. For all your peak performance training needs here in Adelaide, South Australia, or if you want wherever in the world, that's absolutely fine. Yep. Closing the gap between local and elite performance at Peak. They take high performance and elite training principles and adapt them for the weekend warrior and everyday athlete. Is that you? If it is, please give them a call. There is a free 7-day trial by going to Peak, that's peaq.com.au.
Not only that, I hear they do online programs. So let's say you don't have a Peak near you, they can still have a personal trainer connection through Peak.
So let's say you're in the UK or South America or even Canada or have great friends in the US. You could quite easily log on to peak.com.au, check them out. It really doesn't hurt to get a little bit of advice out of your local bubble.
Yes.
Because then you get something really different, and that's what Peak offers.
Yes, I'm a big person on understanding that I do not know everything, and sometimes, especially when it comes to working out in general, I always like a little bit of advice. So, yes, I would highly recommend Peak. They've been beneficial to many people I know. So, log on to peak.com.au and get started today.
Free 7-day trial.
Especially with New Year's resolutions coming up. I point that out.
January 1st to 7th sounds like a good way to kick off the new year, 2024. What are you doing?
Great question. I'll answer that sometime next year. Here we go. Anyway, back to the Frisbee. West Adelaide. You know, they started off pretty well. They're cutting the unders. I've actually found really well West Adelaide. As this game is settled, I actually find that
Let's look at that replay.
all right, let's have a look here.
So looking to the left of the screen where Sarondo,
nope.
Didn't quite get that. It's back in play.
They've just had an appointment to agree. Oh,
over
good
the
pressure.
top. That was all Marty's D. He basically dragged the player towards him with his height. Scott Swart thinking, I maybe need to get closer to the disc. So I actually give that D to Mazar.
His mere presence
absolutely
threw Swart out. All right, Ramadan and Davis. I love this matchup. They are incredibly quick and incredibly agile, and they're both really good at guarding each other. Oh my! Couldn't get under his fingers. I think that's a drop.
Yeah.
Mazard there.
Dignam was running deep, and his player got away from him. Managed to catch back up to Tran.
Up and over, going with the hammer ×2. Oh!
Sarondo's on the ground. Shouldn't call anything. Stretches his toes. Recovers his ego from off the grass. Maybe a bit of a bruising on the ribs as well. But he'll come back. It's bigger and stronger from that. Meanwhile, Red get the point.
And that is Sam Cowan special. Just hammer finding the space. That's unfortunate there. Just couldn't quite get his fingers under the disc there, Mazard. Right idea, though. If you're going to attack the break side.
Yeah.
Tell you what, again, this end has scored literally all the points bar one so far.
If there's been a winner in this game, it's been the left-hander screen. It's been dominating this game.
It's enjoying all the glory that's getting its way. All the Flyers here have looked really good, although I would say they're probably not... They've been really good at their long throws, but what more importantly is they've been really patient in setting up their long throws. So when they're not getting it, they're swinging really well, and then they're putting themselves in power positions to throw the long throws, and if not, they'll just swing it again. And with people like Mazard, Davis, and Petrie, you know, they're very happy just catch the disc, lose a few yards. They're not really bothered by it because they know that eventually they'll get that opportunity to get that long throw off.
Yeah.
All right. Big point here. I haven't had a break in a while. We only had a break second point, and then after that it's just been hold, 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 hold. And that disc is rolled about the brick mark. All right. Who we got here? We've got Davis at the 1. He'll work out how to get this disc. Oh, too much.
Even for the 6 foot plus, going on 7 foot Mazar.
This is Tran. Grabs that disc. Works it. Oh, that is a great lefty.
This is the give go we're used to from Ramadan and Tran, but Davis holding his heels.
Oh.
Big swing.
Big swing.
Players open everywhere.
Oh. That is the Petrie special. Petrie.
I saw Davis and did not see Petrie.
Oh, beautiful.
But Petrie saw Sarondo and no one was in the way.
That was beautiful. That's a Petrie. Petrie's really good at that swooping. That, you know, like sometimes if you know that your player's going to get the disc, it's better to come out than walk in to make sure that they don't get that quick follow through pass. And Petrie's really aware of that and came out and then started attacking. Which, yeah, then he just ran straight deep, and Petrie just took off and went with it. And of course, You know, he caught it right just in front of the end zone to make sure he gabbed those 2 points.
An extra 2 on top of the 3 already. Fantasy points.
Yeah, you got a solid 5 points out of that point.
Yeah.
If you ever own Petrie.
5, 5, and 5. 5's the score, 5 the fantasy for the Petrie.
That's a 5.5 one. All right, here we go. What do you reckon needs to happen here for a break to happen? I understand that, you know, most teams have scored at this end because they've got wind. Do you reckon it's the defense that's lacking? Do you reckon it's the OD? So after playing defense, they're really struggling at disc on O. What's the two teams struggling with?
Clean lines going left to right of field into the wind. Clean lines, that's what they need. Because the wind will either push it into the ground or put it over people's heads. Short, between 5-15 metre passes, nice flow. The team that can string those together nicely and easily, not rushing it, not too slow either, just to keep the defensive team off guard, is going to accelerate away and take this match. Right of screen is the key.
All right. Yeah. So you think both teams have played reasonable defense comparing the situation? All right, we've got a bit of zone. Here we go. Oh, wow. With this wind, that is a very brave throw. Yeah. But if anyone throw it, it's Sam Cowan.
Is that Aguirre there with the disc?
Understanding the risk. Oh, again. Wow. Oof. Do you know what? I reckon that's the hardest catch in Ultimate because you know no one's on you.
Yeah.
And you know no one's going to be on you. And you're standing there watching the disc for the longest time.
And there are 13 players on the field all looking at you, plus the whole sideline going, this is an easy catch. Those are the ones which you're scared of the most.
Look, absolutely no one, everyone looking.
I would have liked to have caught that on my chest rather than out in front, but hey, safe catch is a safe catch, and he made that look easy. What I want to know is at what stage did Scott swap his red top for a camo green one and get that free in the back of the end zone? When did that happen? I didn't see that happen.
I think that was just Scott communicating, using communication to his throwers. He goes, guys, I'm going to stand back here, and they're not going to see me. And then he went all camo.
We did. Speaking of camouflage uniforms, Double Happiness has made our uniforms for this league, and you can go to Double Happiness and you'll get 10% off all club team uniforms, plus you'll get an additional 5% discount for printing their logo on your uniforms. You can email them at info@dholtimate.com for inquiries.
Yes, and look at how beautiful they are. The Peak logo, as another sponsor we just talked about before, as well as being sponsored by ULTI.TV, who are producing this wonderful broadcast. They've got plenty of Ultimate content on their channel. If you want to go explore after this game, of course, you know, this game's happening right now. But you know,
tell your friends about this game. Tell us it's happening. Please come on the live cast and write your comments. Which players have you liked seeing? Jack Donaldson, hand and disc. Have you seen enough of him?
Oh, that is great.
Would you like to see more of Jack Donaldson involved? He's a tall player. He's in the youth teams.
He had an under-20 Australian campaign. Yes, he's one of my favourite players. Oh, yeah, beautiful pass there from Izzy.
Dignam free.
Dignam's always free. Oh, beautiful.
No one looking at Sorondo there. We'll see that in replay in a moment. How did Sorondo get so free? We see him there, and his player, is that Meyer, just lagging. Possibly could have called a pick there if he was a bit closer, but just really let him get away. I think he was expecting him to be more of a handler, not so much of a cutter.
That was actually really a awareness cut there by Alonso there.
Yeah, Sorondo has been playing a while. Started off with, I think, Flinders up there. I think that's right. Forgive me if I'm wrong there.
I'm not sure.
I remember when he started throwing the disc around and came up through the ranks, always wanting to push himself further and make himself better. And he's become a really solid top handler here in South Australia.
He has. What I think is actually his biggest improvement is his break throws, and big when he takes those big step arounds, like as we saw before, like that big step around, getting the disc from an awkward spot.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the key skills if you want to get higher in Ultimate, to be able to have a breakthrough of some sort.
Does help to have a bit of height and a bit of length on your hands so you can get underneath people as well, underneath outstretched defensive
All right,
hands.
they're coming down on the zone. Oh,
Did I say we wanted to see more of Jack Donaldson?
That is...
Drags 2 players as there's a switch. Waxell doesn't want to use Mazar at all. Now looking for him, not there.
Oh, no, that disc is taken off.
Oh.
Wait, did
Waxell wasn't able to catch that because no one else touched it.
And so he just taps it to his teammate.
Yeah, I don't think he knew Davis was there, so that was luck and a half. Davis to Petrie in the end. Waxell getting out of trouble, saving himself from -1 fantasy point. Probably actually didn't need to touch that to give it to Davis. Let's look at this again. We can see there. Davis,
this is genius.
Watch Davis. He's there already. I think he only got a minor hand. I think if he got more of a hand on that, Davis might not have got that.
Oh, that was really clever. And Donaldson actually getting the assist there, I think. That was a big break, actually. That was...
Yeah, Donaldson.
That puts the whole game back on serve.
Hey, Donaldson with 5 fantasy points there. That's really good to see from the youngster. I like that.
Exactly. So if you got Donaldson, 5 fantasy points coming your way.
Okay, 6-7. We're heading into a break. I think there might be a timeout being called.
The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
Tap passes?
Jack.
So, from my quick interview with Watchell, he said that he's terrible at Frisbee these days, which is why he threw it up in the air and practices tap passes. So he's playing at 40% and throwing tap passes. I'm a big fan. Whew, that was, you don't see that every day. I think the greatest thing about that was the awareness about it.
That he knew that no one else had touched it?
Yes, because especially with those pack grabs, it's really easy to go for the disc and try and catch it because you think someone else would at some point catch it. But just spot on and just decides to tap it, hoping for the best. I'm not sure if he saw Davis or not, but either way, that was very, very smart.
Absolutely. You can just see in the top left of screen the Titans with their huddle, and White, the Flyers, making their break now, wearing their great uniforms, black and white.
Yes. Sponsored by Double Happiness.
Yeah, now, if you should be so lucky to be playing WUC or WJUC, Double Happiness are actually giving those teams 20% off their team uniforms as well.
Very important. All right. Here we are again. All right. So now, this is actually important to recognise here that this is an upwind. Well, if the wind, as I'm not sure, the wind's been really consistent today. Every time I'm like, it's upwind point, downwind point, I sit there and go, actually, is there enough wind to consider it?
Just died as we speak. Yeah,
and then it'll pick up.
Yep, this will go straight away.
This is really, really important here for West Beach Titans. If the wind does pick up, do they have the throwers to execute in an upwind point situation? All right, I think from the looks of it, Northern Flyers are coming down in man, from what I understand. This is, I guess they're going to try and force no unders. I think that's probably one of the biggest things. It's a risky thing, especially with people like Tran, Ramadan, with Sam Cowan to throw to them, but it's understandable.
I really want to see the team that, well, I want to see more defensive looks, different looks. Match, I think, is sort of working, but I think to win this game, you've got to do something a little bit extra tactically.
And I actually really like the zone look, the couple of zone looks they did bring.
And we saw 1 or 2 zone looks in the previous game, but just the 1 or 2, and I don't think it was given enough opportunity to work its magic.
No, I think oh.
Tran, lovely safe hands, one hand grab.
Dignam's there.
Pick called upfield. Not too sure if we'll get to see that if there's a replay.
I think they were trying to discuss if the pick call was well and truly before the throw, but I don't think it really had any effect on the play.
Sorondo getting a workout, breathing hard on the mark, number 11 in white. Donaldson on Davis, thought Davis might look line.
Oh.
Donaldson needs to learn how to stop those line strikes by the handlers. Still learn.
Oh, Davis was really close to that one.
That was a thread the needle pass by Ramadan to Tran.
Yep. Yeah, and
Count,
back.
peels off Sorondo.
Oh, that was just a really good connection throw there.
That is knowledge. That is knowing how to play the game. Played the game for a while, seeing the space out the back there. As we see Kaon about to get this disc back.
So what Tran does is kind of jogs and then understands that he has the backspace. And that was actually a very great cut there by Whiten, who if Tran did not cut, he probably might have got the disc.
Might have, if it got lifted by the wind, which is up as we speak.
That's a very important point. Now we're on Galaxy Point.
Galaxy Point, exactly. So tied up, one more point to go to take half. And we're almost at the halfway mark, both in terms of time and in terms of points.
All right, this is a big point here. So if there is a break, they go on serve. If there is a break, West Beach Titans basically gain 2 points from it because they will get offense first. Sean Davis rallying his troops there, understanding that how big of a point this is, understanding that they need a nice clean hold. I feel like momentum's been almost just whoever's got the downwind point up until the last two, which have been both upwind points. All right.
I think both teams will be doing the maths in their head as to who will have the advantage coming out on the second half and having the first downwind point, and that could be just the game there.
All right. Mazard with the disc to Petrie. I do like the Kaon Joe Matt Petrie and Sam Kaon matchup. All right, here we go. Big, oh my gosh, this is covering for
we
years.
We have got 12 out of 14 players under that disc, and the one that comes up with it is unassumedly the tallest.
I'm hoping someone did not call foul because there's about 10 players under that disc. Let's count.
Here we go.
1,
Mazar
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 players under that disc.
I can't quite see who's on the ground.
I think it's Tran. Is it Tran? Yeah, it's Tran.
Missing Tran on the field.
Yeah, that's Tran.
Yeah. Here we go. You up the back can see him there, I think.
Oh, just fell over. There was so many fouls. I think there was a lot of...
The resolution on our screen here isn't necessarily great, but just... It looked like everyone did jump up as vertically as possible. Just that everyone was coming in and sort of like doing a bit of a ping-pong, pinball type of manoeuvre off of each other. As we can see here.
We've not asked for the video replay's opinion.
No VAR coming into play. I don't think Mazar will be too happy about that. Like I said, 12 out of 14 players underneath that. Sean Davis might have to just rethink those options next time.
I mean, Mazar's the tallest player in the field, right? Or is it Donaldson?
I think Mazar gives him a run for his money. Donaldson might just do that. We had a jump meter out a month or two ago, and Jack was practicing his leaps then. I think he just needs to get his timing right to perfect it, and then he'll be in amongst the big grabbers.
Oh, Mazard, again, just finding his space.
Yeah, not troubling him there. Meyer on the mark.
Ooh. Oh.
Kaon lost a little bit there, just unsure what was happening with the disc. Threads the needle by
beautiful.
Petrie.
Oh,
That was short, sharp, and shiny.
That is peak throw.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Pillar Rogers and his throws earlier. That is basically Sean Davis' throw, I reckon, is equal to that into the wind. All right. Anyway, that takes us to half. We'll come back to you in about 4 minutes with the second half.
Yeah, thank you very much. Stay tuned.
I did? Okay. There was that
Welcome back to this final half for tonight's live cast. Game 2 tonight, second half. Northern Flyers taking half 8-7 on Galaxy Point. And we are going to have a close game on our hands, I can tell you that. My name's Phil Shields. I'm joined in the commentary position by John Perkins. What are your thoughts, John?
I think that the Northern Flyers have played a really clinical. I think they've played their long ball. Some would say long ball Frisbee really, really well, and they've executed it almost on point. I think that's been the biggest difference. West Beach Titans just made a couple of defensive and little mistakes, but like as I said, I think this is a very downward game. Now that Davis nearly missed through that. I think this will be really interesting. Now that it's turned into an upwind, 0 points. I think this will decide if West Beach Titans work their way through this. I think they'll come out feeling very, very confident in themselves. Marty has read that. Oh, but
Swart just having position on that one. Ball canless too here.
Oh, beautiful. Watcher there. Understanding the idea, but Watcher realizing the danger and gets there very, very quickly. All right, here we go. Oh. Davis eats those pretty comfortably.
Yeah, he has them for breakfast, really. Starts his day with a few layouts, and that's pretty par for the course for a Davis. Especially the Sean variety.
Oh, beautiful there. Curtis?
Kleinig, you with the disc.
Kleinig with the disc. Travel called. Oh. Davis knowing the rules super well.
Absolutely. And Bendari with the disc at the moment.
Yeah, but that'll come back.
Oh, sorry, yes. Kleinig gets the disc.
Oh, yeah, that's travel. That's a veteran call, some might say. Understanding. Donaldson looking upfield. Oh, gets a lovely cross. Just SWAT understanding that he made a mistake before and trying to make sure he makes the most of that.
Yeah.
A bit of poaching going on, I think.
Yeah, Mazard doing the poach.
Oh, Mazard! He read exactly where that throw was going.
Yeah, he definitely stood off of Swart there for a long time, reading the players. It was unfolding. Wachtel with a disc. Bendari going long.
I think the key, and I think maybe something West Beach should look at, is the way they're cutting. I think there's been a couple of times that's happened. I think they've got to understand that if you're going to cut out of the play, you need to look like you're cutting as part of the play.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's what unfortunately happened there, but it's all good. That happens from time to time.
I got Wachtel out the back. I was going to call that a bit. I was really going to call that about 10 seconds earlier as Canless just peels off him, lets him go wayward deep in that back left end zone. Watch it here on the replay. You see Canless, just the last red player right of screen.
Yeah,
he peels off right here. You see Wachtel, just far edge of screen.
Oh.
About 8 metres of clear space. Who wouldn't throw to that?
I mean, I wouldn't, but I'm not sure I have the throw to throw to that.
I think even you would throw to that because there's so much room, margin of sort of error you can allow for in that throw that, the defensive player isn't going to get that back.
Yes. If my coach let me throw those, I would throw those, but I'd be nervous. I always think, though, throwing... Though it was going with the wind, so that would have made that a slightly easier throw than normal. We've got a bit more speed with it. Wattrell actually did really well to turn around and get that because that nearly went past him.
Yes, yeah.
It didn't go straight to him, so he did really well to turn around and try and grab that.
Lucky for him, he didn't have the pressure D and he had the time to readjust.
Yes. I think that was probably one of the reasons he caught it.
Yeah.
Not the only reason, but certainly one of the reasons. He's also good receiver. All right, here we go. This is big up. That was a break point.
Yeah, so White starting a right of screen and also starting 1 point up. So I was doing the math then, and if this trend continues, then the Flyers should run out winners by this 2 point margin.
Yes. What I've been really impressed by is Flyers zone, actually. They've played it. They played at that point. Oh, it's rolling. It's rolling. All right. And they've brought it out again. They've gone 3-3-2. 3-3-1. Sorry, my bad. Oh, that is a beautiful pass. Around who, in other news, been selected for the stage 2 of the Aussie selections for Oceania.
That's good to hear.
There was a couple others. A couple of others. I think it's more on the other line. Oh, that is beautiful. Again.
Nice fades.
Sam Kayon, understanding. He's got a... Oh, that is very smart there. They just waited and waited, and he waited until he got that across.
Yeah.
Oh. Tran. Kayon. Oh, yes.
Too canvas.
Jay did.
Yeah. Kayon to canless.
Yes. Just worked really well there. That is a beautiful flick there by Meyer.
Nice movement.
Tran just looking up, going, yep. Sam Kayon, and just White. Once Flyers realised what was going on, they never really found a way to set their defence again.
So I've never been able to call a match before, but I'm going to call it now. As I said, just within the last minute, that I think Flyers are going to win it by 2 on that downwind point.
I think...
I don't see a change up. I mean, anything can happen. That's the beauty of Ultimate. Anything can happen. However, at the moment, given the status quo that we're seeing at the moment, scoring to the left of screen, being such a predominant part of this game, I'm going to call it Flyers by 2. I don't know what the score will be. I mean, I could probably do some sums. We're at almost at the 60-minute mark. We've got another 22 odd minutes worth of game left. Let's say 2.5 minutes per point, blah, 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 blah. It could be maybe, say...
I reckon you could almost go to a game 15. We've got 20 minutes left.
Pretty close.
It'll be pretty close. Although I actually think if West Beach Titans get one break, I think they'll run out and win the game.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say Flyers 13, Titans 11.
I'm going to guess that West Beach Titans are going to get the break, and it's going to switch the momentum of this game. And I think West Beach Titans will go 14-13.
Nice. What do you think at home when you're watching this? Please write in the comments. What are your thoughts? What will happen? Do you think that Titans will be able to get the upwind break to break the hoodoo of this upwinder? Or do you think Flyers will maintain the status quo and win by 2 like yours truly does?
All right, here we go. We've set up a vert stack. It'll be watch roll cutting.
Walk
and
till
then
deep.
Oh, is it going to get there? It's close. And he's in.
Walktail is definitely getting the better of that matchup with Canless. Here we go. Not enough turn. Gets the 4 meters on him just there, maybe 3.5.
And do you know what? We were talking about throwing in thirds.
Yeah.
He did not throw in the same third. And
Absolutely.
that's why that disc did not get D'd and was easier to catch.
That's right.
There we go. And I'm going to mention every single long throw tonight. I think actually Northern Flyers have thrown a lot into opposite thirds.
Yeah.
I reckon that is why a lot of their deep throws, especially with the wind, have come off a lot better than most teams have tonight. I think a lot of other teams have really struggled to really hit it outside maybe a couple of throws from Pillar.
Yeah. So that's from the game before. Please have a look at that game if you haven't seen it yet. And look at the other games which are on ULTI.TV. You can find us in multiple mediums. ULTI.TV bringing you Ultimate throughout the world with their unique camera setup. They're giving you this nice overhead view, multiple cameras, multiple angles, great audio and video. Their Ultimate broadcasts are second to none.
We do actually have another prediction in the chat box.
Oh, tell us.
Oscar Turnbull, I have no idea who that guy is. DWAS to take over Flyers by 4.
Ooh, okay. Thanks, Oscar. I love it when our viewers get involved.
Yes, please do. All right, here we go. They're going with the zone again.
Luke Myers out here with a lot of free space. Bottom left of screen.
This is this again. Oh, they're looking. I think they're actually forcing a sideline.
To Aguirre.
They're trying to force that. Oh, they're really trying to force that sideline out there.
Davis could get it to Aguirre. It's just right here. There'd be a whole lot of open space. Yeah. And the wind pushing that scuba down, rightly so. It was always going to. Physics doesn't lie. We've got the wind right to left of screen, and hence it hits the ground.
Oh, Tran getting really big there.
Wachtel getting big as well.
Oh, no.
And there wasn't much. That was a really hard catch for Ramadan to do. He was twisted inside out. But
has Wachtel had the biggest luck today out of any player on the field?
He has done extremely well. The only disappointing thing from Wachtel's play was that he tried a greatest and no one was there to catch it. Here we see.
Oh, and then what they say, the thing is catch your D's.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Like I said, there wasn't much opportunity there.
All right, so we're heading into an ad.
We believe mixed is the best for the sport, for the world. That's why we're making a global showcase, starting in Europe, made in Amsterdam. ULTI.TV. ULTILeague.net. Enjoying the show? Show your support for the live stream and the people making the show. Buy a super chat or super sticker on YouTube directly. Select your donation and type your message to the world. And share. All donations go into directly funding new shows. Buy a super sticker or super chat now. Thank you.
Welcome back. All right, so that was a break. Again, important thing to remember. Heading in again, a big break. Just a lot of momentum going with Northern Flyers at the moment. It'll be really hard for West Beach Titans to dig in here. They really have to dig in. They dig themselves out of this hole. They win the game. But there's a big hole to dig out of.
Yeah.
They're also going upwind this point. The wind has picked up. Again, a key factor into this game. And I think Northern Flyers zone has been really critical. I think West Beach Titans worked through it once. But outside that, they've really been stuck in that handler spot. They've got stuck on the sideline. I think the point of the zone is to really force them towards home. Force them to our sideline here. And just make it really hard for them to really work the disc. Because we know that Sam Kayon really likes the overheads. They really like throwing the overheads, this team, and it's really hard to throw the overheads because the wind's slightly going towards its slight angle, but mostly straight, and it's really hard to throw crosswind, the hammers crosswinds.
Yeah, it's I don't know what they're going to be able to do. I'm looking at both teams' lineups and thinking, where is the difference? Where can the Titans make a difference on the field? I feel Kayon's done his role. I think he's done it well. I think Tran's been putting in. I think the whole team's been putting in reasonably well. Couple of matchups maybe on defense have let them down. I'm not going to name names. And that's probably just been the difference as I see it.
The biggest difference.
The biggest difference, and that's what we see on the scoreboard here.
Yeah. Also, I think one of the other things they've really struggled with, again, I think Northern Flyers zone has been pretty critical to really try and set them up. Yeah, see, they're coming down nice and early. They're really forcing it. They're trying 4 handlers back. That'd be interesting.
Oh, they'll
I
need
don't have
it.
anyone popping. There's no poppers. That's a bit of a problem.
Yeah. That was a good throw.
Oh, that was very good. Thread the needle there. Now they just need to reset. They need to... West Beach Titans really need to control the pace about how they want to play this zone. They need to understand that this zone isn't one that's forcing them on to a sideline, to the sidelines. It's forcing to a sideline. So they know which way the force is coming. Oh no, in this case, Donaldson forcing the other way.
So I get the feeling Red could score fairly easily, just the way they're working this zone at the moment.
Something needs to change quite dramatically.
Yeah, I mean, there could be an easy fumble turnover.
Oh,
So they've got
Donaldson
solid
was
handling
close.
at the moment. They just need to make sure it's off of that sideline.
I think the cup's not sticking together, and there it is. There's a hole again.
Tran.
Oh, that was close. They're sending man, I think. No, not quite.
And
Oh,
there's the
beautiful.
score. Ramadan to Whiten.
There we go. That was very well played.
It was very clinical zone offense play by the Titans. Kudos to them. Well done. That was a great grab there, as we saw on the replay by Tran. Trademark, one hand stretched out, solid as you like. Sticky fingers. I don't know whether there's a magnet on the disc and his hand, but he never seems to drop those. They're his bread and butter, definitely. But the handling here, you can see that nice low release by Ramadan to Whiten as he claps the disc and says thank you very much for the score. They bring it back to within 2.
Yes. Well, I said West Beach Titans need one break, but they might need 2 now.
Yeah.
They're falling a little bit behind, but that's all right. I still believe that they're certainly in this game. This game will be really hard.
I believe.
I believe. All right. So I think this is actually Northern Flyers just need to get this hold to really set their foot in the game. You know, they need to understand that just because the other team scored one hold does not mean the momentum switch. They just need to understand that if they stick to what they've been playing, which they've just swung the disc well. They've got stuck a couple of times, but they've just got out of danger with nice safe throws. They haven't really been putting any pressure on these handlers, West Beach. So that will probably be goal 1. This wind. Just remember also it's an upwind, so maybe West Beach Titans could play a zone. You know,
Yeah.
they haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
There's no reason why they shouldn't. There's a little bit of wind. It might do something. It might not. They might just go out really quickly. But, you know, it's nothing wrong with trying when there's a little bit of wind around to try and throw something off. Especially, it's not just there to, like create problems. It's just there to try and get their handlers to think of something else. They're coming. Nope, they're coming in, man. So we got.
Nice poach off by
Oh,
Swart
that
to
is
stop.
beautiful. Donaldson again, getting himself free.
Oh, that's solid. Whiten has got all over that. Brings it down straight to Tran. Who's going along there? I don't think he's got the legs. I don't think he's got the legs. He'll need to lay out for that, but he doesn't want to.
Did that come in? Did that go out of bounds? Is that what they were calling? They were calling out. But I'm not sure if because...
You can see here the sideline. Maybe not coming back. It's hard to say on our screen.
Oh, did it? Apparently they're saying it hit the inside.
So Froud not having the legs. Probably beating everyone, but it would have been nice to see someone lay for that.
Oh, that was my I just couldn't quite get there. Oh, yes.
Look
good
at
body.
that body. Yeah, body work by Petrie there was fantastic. Otherwise, Ramadan would have been all over that.
Just beautiful breakthroughs. Just Northern Flyers have not looked any problem. Davis has really controlled the disc. Him and Petrie have really dominated the handling space. But I think what they've done with dominating the handling space is really just got themselves free a lot. And Davis will find some.
Donaldson's getting really free there. Sorondo might see him, but
Oh,
Whiten peels off.
Whiten!
Lay Whiten.
Oh! Rob Whiten.
Peeled off at the right. Look how free. Look how free in the replay. Whiten peels off, puts his body there. Probably could have laid a bit more hoe, but did enough to get the 3 points defensively.
Just come under, and if someone came under the same time that Rob Whiten peeled off to get that, I reckon they were in with a shot there.
Froud doesn't. I wouldn't throw it.
Wow.
Sorry, Froud. I don't think got the legs. Sorondo's down. I missed that.
I think
Someone trod
it
on
might
his
be cramp.
foot. Cramp? Let's have a
It
look
didn't
again.
look like it didn't like it trod on the foot.
Yeah,
Oh
there
no,
it
it's
is right
trod
there.
Oh yeah, it was trod on the foot. I thought he just got knocked, like a bit of a shove there from Swart, but nothing crazy.
Just have a sore toe for a week. That's okay.
Ah, it's all right. Oh, Petrie.
He's been doing that a few times, hasn't he? He's just sort of like had the look. He's read the play.
Petrie, the times I've played with Petrie, when I've seen him play defense, he doesn't play tight defense, but he just understands what the other team's looking for. It's all right. Digman with drop, but he's chasing. Bro, that was funny. Hopefully that's on the replay, because Ramadan and Tran both turned to cut under the exact same time.
Yeah. And what I loved about that is just that all three of those players have phenomenal leg speed, and so the matchup would have been awesome to see if it was put in the air.
Oh, yes. Oh!
Mazar,
with 3 points.
Thank you. And cross it to Dignam.
Oh!
Even Ramadan couldn't get that, because Diggers is quick. Yeah.
Oh, man, there was a lot happening that point.
Absolutely. That was a fun point to watch.
Just couldn't get it.
Tim Davis didn't have fun. I can tell you that. He was the least
Dignam
happy out of
takes off.
Look at that. Look at Ramadan. Normally be able to mow down whoever he's chasing, but Nathan Dignam equal to task with the speed.
All right. On flies. That's a big hold. That's a really, really important hold for that team.
Yeah. 12-9, 8 minutes to play, regulation time that is anyway. I don't think I'm going to get my prediction, which is 13-11, but you never know.
Well, I said that West Beach Titans will score 5 points in 8 minutes.
Let's say Titans score the next 2, and one of them is after full time, and then Flyers score 1. That would make it 13-11, which would be my prediction. But I don't think that's going to happen. Stranger things have happened, though.
Yes.
What was your prediction?
I said West Beach Titans were going to win 14-13.
Ooh, okay.
So I thought it was going to go to Universe Point.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen, but it can.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Exactly.
That's the beautiful part of this game. Although, in saying that, there's a lot of momentum. It's not only that West Beach Titans have to really push and play against on the Flyers, but they've got to play against themselves here. They're probably feeling a bit down. Mentally, they're probably a little bit switched off. And they've just got to keep running. They've got to keep going at it.
I love this pour. I wish this had been implemented sooner. A big roller bringing rain from the clouds above in the heavens.
They're going to a man. Oh, nope. No, they're playing man defense. Match defense.
Tran's going long, but that's into the wind.
Petrie again, just watching where that peel defense is.
Guire hasn't had much of the disc this game.
Yeah, but I think that's a mixture of understanding what his role in the team is. I think there's a lot of these players who probably in most other teams they would get a little bit more of the disc.
Yeah.
But I think the ability of some of the players in the team is okay. They're cutting really hard. They're creating opportunities.
I have a feeling they're going to be 10
Marty's
players.
really good at this. Oh.
Was that Petrie wants it? Petrie's short arms. Mine.
Everyone wants it.
He wants the D. Petrie wants.
Oh no, he did. Petrie got it. Petrie got the D. That's 3 points for Petrie. I hope the stat takers take that. Oh.
See that on replay.
Wow, that's a great layout.
This makes up.
He just stopped slightly.
Yeah, didn't keep attacking the disc.
If he kept going, he would have been there.
Red knocking on the door. Wants it up the line.
Ram it down with the ankle breaker. And here we go. Kaon swings it across. He's looking. 30 wants to explode into that space. Oh, that's beautiful. Just over the head there.
Eating up valuable seconds
foul.
here.
Foul's been called.
No contest. To approach 5 minutes left in regulation time.
Oh, too much.
What if Aguirre had laid when he thought about laying? Do you think he would have been out of reach? Watch this. This is right here. That's where he thought about it.
If he laid...
He thought about it. You could see it. He made the move, but he didn't.
Also, I reckon that... I'm actually surprised how much power that disc had on it, considering it was going against the wind.
That had a bit of chili on it, didn't it?
Yes. I like the idea, and I reckon he was going to throw it no matter what.
Oh, absolutely.
That was one of those throws that he round down set. He's like, as soon as he called the foul, and there was that stoppage in play, he knew he was going to throw it. All right, here we go.
Sorondo looks downwind for Wachtel, doesn't come. Crossfield to Bandari.
Bandari's played really...
Oh, Tran again!
Tran's just been all over Wachtel.
Oh, that's not a good... Oh, he got second effort. No.
Do that. He wants the 3 points. Give him the 3 points.
I don't think Bandari touched that, unfortunately. Look, almost there. No, it hit the ground first. It's a clean throwaway.
That's one of those ones that you just can't predict. Tran's running really hard. He's really exhausted at this point.
Maybe a timeout might be called. Pick called. Still got a catch or not?
That's turn.
So it's a turnover, regardless. Didn't affect the receivers. As far
I
as
think
I
that
could
should
tell.
be a turn. I'm an unbiased commentator. That should be a turn.
Right in the comment section. What do you think? Both.
The disc is going back. Oh.
That's not right in my books, but
that's not right.
If the
it's
team,
all right.
if the team that.
If both teams agree and don't feel hard done by, I'm okay with it. But personally...
Now, I'm trying to think how the rule is written. Isn't it that if the team that called the foul or violation is not affected, is affected by the throw, then it'll go back. If they're not, then it's a turn, isn't it?
I thought it was. Because I didn't think that throw or play had any effect on what happened with the pick. I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. Oh, that was stopped. See, that one will go back.
This one going back.
This one will go back because there was a clear stoppage.
I think it was thrown out of bounds, though.
Oh, was it?
So
oh, okay. Well, sure. Pick called usually means turn it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what you're saying is the disc lands in.
You get it back for
get
some
it back.
reason.
All right.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand. I'm pretty sure that would.
Again, right in the comment section, please cut and paste the relevant section to the ultimate WFDF rules that we're playing under here tonight. Adelaide Super League 15, brought to you by ULTI.TV, Peak Performance, and Double Happiness.
Yes, Double Happiness buying these beautiful uniforms, which is the first time Super League have uniforms in a while. So it's really nice to have the uniforms back. Just adds an extra element of excitement. Ooh, why am I doubting that throw?
Now, I really want Red to score here just so that my prediction has an opportunity of coming true.
So
I'm not biased at all.
I think what's
Scott Swartz special, maybe.
No.
Maybe like Aguirre in the mix.
Aguirre keeping the business calm. Oh, got to get there quickly.
Petrie right in the back of Kaon there. Not giving a quarter, not giving an inch. Scotty Swart. Whew, guess what I'm feeling at the moment? I'm feeling a 13-11 scoreline coming on, Mr. Perkins.
I think you will not be far from being correct.
Because there's definitely going to be a time cap called now.
I think it's meant to be called now. Very important. Is
The
a
time cap just gets
time
called
cap.
right now. So West Beach Titans, downwind, possible score to make it 11-12, game to 13.
All right.
Flyers, last point of the game, downwind, possible 13-11. I've not had a big smile on my face since a long time ago.
No, but what's been really impressive? Now, again, this is an upwind point, so they've got to really treasure the disc, make sure they keep working the unders. That was also a really long last point, and because there's not many subs on either team, both teams will be pretty tired.
They're tanked, they're gassed.
They're gassed.
Yeah.
There's going to be mistakes, and that means there's going to be opportunities for both teams here. They've just got to make the most of it. They've just got to keep working, understanding that the game's not over till it's over. You just can't huck it. 2 points. Davis leading his troops. We've got Tim Davis throwing the pull to his brother.
That gets lost in the heavens and the lights. Comes back in nicely, though.
It's not a terrible pull. All right, here we go. Oh.
Oh, everyone.
Everyone. Oh.
Donaldson free is a
Donaldson
bird.
free.
Oh,
Tim Davis with the run through.
Scotty Swart deciding that better.
He
picking
thought
up
about
that
picking it
disc.
up. We all love
If this was
SA,
Social League, he would have picked that up and just
flicked
banged it. Yeah.
Scotty, there's in South Australia we have this thing
there's
called a Scotty Swart special. It's his flick huck. He will throw his flick huck unannounced, unready, and no one could be ready for it, and he'll just throw it.
He does not need to be invited to do a Scotty Swart special at all. It's sort of like, the party is here. I'm Scott Swart. My special is coming.
And dime, I think.
Wow.
Here we go.
Yeah. Well, what's that make
Oh,
it?
well.
So I'm going to keep saying
It's
this,
11-12. Hey, look, they could get a break.
They could.
What's the big? I actually want to know this. Maybe you get everyone in the comment section. What's the biggest Super League comeback in history? There you go. I'm pretty sure some Super League stat person will know, and they're going to put in the chat in a week's time.
Come on,
So
Stat Nerds. Come on, Ultimate Nerds. Come on, Adelaide Super League Nerds. Get your pencils out. Get your old history books out and records. Look at your social media records. What is the biggest comeback in Adelaide Super League history?
Because I would say they were, what, 8? It was 8. I think it was 8-11? 7-11? Just, 4 points is a lot. All right. What's West Beach Titans going to throw down here? What type of defensive look? Who needs to really step up this point and get that D?
More importantly, will it be 13-11?
I want a universe point game. I just want an excitement.
You just don't want me to be right.
Yeah.
Because you'll never get the end of it.
I won't.
For the next 6 games. Now, speaking of which, we do have a Christmas break. Our next game is scheduled for the 2nd of January, folks. But if you do want to see more Ultimate, please tune in ULTI.TV as Canlis tries to get a D off of that pull. Unfortunately, unable to for the red team.
Oh, here we go. This is an interesting defensive look run by red.
Mazar is downfield and free, and it's just such a widespread open field. I sort of feel that White can't help but score, but I don't want to put the mockers on them. And I just did.
I did. You just did. Okay, here we go.
It's my own fault that didn't end up 13-11. That's my own fault.
Just remember that Northern Flyers have won a Universe point game in their last game did go to Universe. So if anyone's ready for a Universe point game, there's more red players down here than white players. What happened?
I don't know. Bit cold. That's what happened.
Just everyone all over the place. This is a big point. If West Beach Titans get this, I actually think they'll win the game.
Yeah, okay. Call it.
I'm calling it now. I think if they score this, it's Northern Flyers have a mountain to climb.
White still free. Oh.
Could have called foul. Oh, send it.
Everyone's going.
Wrighton was ready. He was taking off.
Even Davis was taking off on defence.
Oh.
Who's free?
Oh.
Mazar's off of Canless.
Oh, no.
There's a turn back to White.
Stress. Stress.
Everyone's
This is when
taking their
this is
time.
when you see true star players step up. This is where you see your fantasy players step up when absolutely needed. Dignam watching that straight into his hands.
Dignam be the hero of the day.
Oh, that's a great. Oh,
That's high.
that's beautiful.
High
Yeah,
enough
but
for
it's
Mazar.
Mazar just taking flight there.
Wachtel.
He's looking.
Is that a
He's
10
looking at Davis. He's looking at Davis.
Up
He's
the
looking at
line.
Petrie. Oh, no, it's not in.
Can you feel it?
Oh.
Can you feel?
Pressure. This is where we truly see really good players.
This is
Pay
where
attention.
the cream rises to the surface.
They need to. All right. They need to do something here. Oh. And that was it.
I'm sorry, John Perkins. I'm so sorry. But you're not going to hear the end of this.
Dear.
Flyers take this match 13-11. Who would have guessed it?
Right.
What do we have in comments there? Anything?
No. It feels wrong.
Okay. Sorry, Oscar. Nice call from you as well. But look, we'll take a few weeks break and we'll be back 2nd of January to see the second of this round robin series out of 3 rounds. My name is Phil Shields.
My name's John Perkins. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see you next year.